Hey yo, what's good? Hold on, let me make sure we live real quick before I get to doing anything real quick. If you watching this video, keep watching because we about to look. All right, it look like we live. Okay, look. What's up? It's your boy Trey Little Go Crazy. I ain't really been on YouTube live in a minute. I've been like real busy, just doing a lot of stuff, man. Like leveling up in my life. I got a lot of exciting stuff going on in my life, and I'll be dropping some announcements soon. I'm leveling up in every single part of my life, so that's why I've just been like real busy. I haven't really been posting a lot. I'm getting my real estate license, but anyways, I'm a rapper, entrepreneur, TikToker, 1.2 million followers on TikTok, and I basically share my journey in my life of how I got to where I'm at with the 1.2 million followers and verified 1.3 now, and everything that I'm doing in my life, and try to offer motivation and inspiration to those and practical steps who watch my videos. But right now we talking about Gawvi. What's good? Shout out to everybody. Make sure you like this video if you're watching it. We're gonna talk about Gawvi and how he was released from his record label. Even Billboard talked about this. Martinez, what up? Even Billboard talked about this, which is huge. For those who don't know who Gawvi is a Christian hip hop producer / rapper on one of the biggest Christian hip hop labels in the world, which is Reach Records, and he was signed under Lecrae. So we're gonna talk about what happened and basically the importance of, as a man, being honest and how to have a platform and how to be somebody with a platform. Let me fix my camera, y'all. How to be somebody with a platform and not be somebody who just completely blows it and feel like you're under this pressure of slipping up and failing one day. Because I know a lot of people who probably follow me deal with these pressures, whether in school, they're trying to live a certain life and they're struggling, they're trying to figure out how to navigate it. So it's going to be a real conversation. Let me fix my camera, bro. Hold on. So Gawvi apparently announced his divorce. And after he announced his divorce, he also said there wasn't any scandals. Because typically when you see divorces happen, a lot of people always think cheating, whatever. So specifically with Gawvi, he announced that there was no scandals or whatever. So all of a sudden, this girl come out on Twitter. She like, nah, bro, you ain't about to get off that easy. Ain't no political correctness here. And Reach Records specifically is known for political correctness and being good with their PR and all that kind of stuff. The reason I know is because when I was a teenager, I did a lot of traveling like in these spaces and stuff like that. I was getting off the streets. I started going to church, started going to youth groups, and started doing rap and music. And it kind of helped me with the foundation of my life just to know like, okay, there's a purpose. And let me find a purpose that God has for me. So I had a lot of early experience around a lot of these artists. So once I started getting on stage with these artists and traveling, I just started to see a thing that's very important that I want y'all to take away. I started to see when rappers are on the internet and they get online, specifically with this space, with like the Christian space and all that, it'll be like, I'm getting on stage, I'm rapping my lyrics, there's a show that I've rehearsed, and then when I get off of stage, I'm going to be a certain kind of person. And as an artist, it's easy to do that. This is with any genre of artist, right? And it's important to be somebody who's who you are in your personal life and who you are on stage and social media. That's what I want to talk about. This ain't really just about Gawvi. This is about, in general, for those who are watching my stuff. And as you grow as an artist, a lot of artists watching my stuff, a lot of creators. As you grow, just know that there's an importance of being who you are on stage and on social media as off stage. And the fear is, man, if I talk about these things in the public, what if people shame me? What if they hate me? What if they throw criticism? What if they look down on me? And that's a valid fear. But what I learned is, like, as I grew, I started to feel like, yo, I'm this kind of person. I'm a real kind of person. I like to kind of just be myself. And I noticed a lot of people, specifically with this group I was traveling with, it was like, well, you can't be that, Trey. You got to kind of tone it down a little bit because you're going to scare people away. You can't be this black guy from the hood talking about, all this street stuff when you're around, like, these conservative, like, white evangelical Christians. And I was like, why though? Like, why can't I just be myself? And it was like, well, that doesn't work. It's not marketable. You can't really push that. And out of respect for like some of my homies that's in the space, I ain't about to drop no names and put stuff out there, because there's just some people that I really respect and people that really looked out for me and helped me get to where I'm at today. So one of the things I struggle with is like, okay, people are so caught up in this image, where they're trying to live up to a certain image and they feel like they have to be that, um, on stage. And then when they get off stage, they feel this pressure of like, I can't let nobody figure out who I am now in my real life, because if they do, my career is going to be over. I'm not going to have success. I remember there was a pastor who was like the manager in our band. And like I said, out of respect, this is just me trying to give a lesson. I ain't trying to air nobody out, do nothing crazy, unless it comes down to that. I remember him kind of like telling me that if I did certain things, I'm gonna get in specific. If I'm working for the youth, if I was somebody who liked alcohol and drink, right? I was doing like youth stuff. Oh, if you get into that stuff, you're going to become an addict. You're going to lose your purpose. You're never going to be successful. You're never going to have money. You're never going to find a family. You're never going to build a platform. And I remember thinking that. And it was like, if I make a mistake and mess up, it's like, don't sleep around with girls if you want to, if you want to have this career for these youth groups. And I remember when I started making mistakes and slipping up, I felt like I had to hide it. I felt like I couldn't share that with people. You know what I mean? It was like, dang, I'm a young man that's on stage in front of hundreds of people. And like, we're traveling and there's a lot of attractive women that's attracted to me. So it was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like when stuff started to happen, I had to hide it versus like being able to tell my pastor, like, yo, I'm struggling with this, bro. Like, we on the road, there's women everywhere, I'm struggling with this. It was like I had to hide it because there was all this, if you get caught, you're going to lose your career and your future. And I just remember this guilt, like, don't let me catch you doing this. And it just put this burden in me. And I remember when I started dating my now wife, and I remember we was kissing in the parking lot. We got into an argument, so I held her. I was like, I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I gave her a kiss. Somebody messaged me, like, hey, we're going to tell your pastor. I seen y'all hugged up in the parking lot. We're going to, and I'm going somewhere with this, so just listen. We're going to tell the pastor and your whole career is going to be over. And that put so much fear in me that I was like, I could never let people know about my struggles. And I remember struggling with that on and on and on throughout my life as a man. And it was like, as a guy, and I'm talking specifically to the guys, there's certain things that we struggle with that if we can't be honest about, if we can't talk to other guys about it, if we can't find people to go to, it will hurt us, and we will also do more damage in the world than should be there. You know what I mean? So like, what happened was I started to grow, and things got harder. The more my platform grew, the more opportunities I got, the more money I made, but I just could not open up. And then I remember going to therapy, and I started working for you know what I mean? Like, if I started working for like a church, and I remember like feeling like, man, I wish I can be honest, because where I come from the streets. In the streets, guys, snakes, they slimy, they grimy, they'll talk to your girl behind your back, right? But we did value loyalty, honesty, respect, and just being honest. So I remember living by that code. And it was like, dang, this is the code I'm used to. So I remember going to therapy, I was working for this church, and I just felt like, it was tough. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, the therapist was telling me, you have this light side and this dark side. You have this light side that everybody loves. You're charming, you're funny, you're handsome, you make people laugh, you crack jokes, but you got this dark side that, you did a lot of stuff in the streets. You got a lot of trauma. If people found out about this trauma, basically, you feel like you would run all these people away. He said, bro, you got to start talking about this darkness and these dark sides of yourself and accept that as a part of your light side. And balance it out, because you feel like you're hiding. And it wasn't like I was doing some dirt or something like that. It was just simple stuff like depression, suicidal thoughts, self-harm. It was like all this stuff that I was dealing with, you know what I mean? And I was like fighting depression, and it just came with a lot of stuff. And it was like, if I start telling people this stuff, I'll push a lot of people away. So basically all that to say is like, I'm at a place now in my life to where, if you're watching this video, make sure you like it. But I'm in a place in my life now to where I'm honest, I'm truthful. And it might come off to some people as I've fallen away from my morals, or because I'm not always posting church stuff and blah blah blah. Like, I would say, when I was traveling doing a lot of these youth group shows, there was a majority of the people who was consuming my stuff. Because I came from the streets where I was reckless. I'm talking about carrying, going crazy. We was trapping, we was selling, we was, doing everything. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube. But then I started going to these churches, and I remember them telling me, like, you have to be this way, you have to do this. And I was too rough. I remember I came to church sagging, man, like, cussing, all that, bro. And they kind of told me, like, yeah, you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this, right? And I remember feeling like I had to live a double life. And I'm not blaming them. I just remember being a teenager, getting into that. They're like, we're going to take you, put you on radio, and have you traveling around the world, and we can't have you being this unpredictable. And I get it from a marketing standpoint, but what that did to me psychologically, emotionally, and mentally, it was like triggering. So I feel like I did so much damage, to myself mentally and to other people because I wasn't able to be honest and be myself. Instead of me telling girls, hey, listen, I really like you. I think you're attractive. I want you for this, right? You know what I mean? Because some of these people that I was around, they wasn't people that I would consider myself dating. It was just like they were attractive, right? So instead of me being real and giving them the decision and also telling them my intentions, it was like, oh, let me bring you to church. In my head, I'm telling myself, like, oh, I don't really want them like that. I'm just trying to bring them to church, save them, right? I remember that kind of stuff, right? Being young and immature. And it was like me secretly in my mind, like, dang, bro, she bad. You know what I mean? But in my head, I'm trying to tell myself, nah, man, it ain't like that. But I should have just been honest. Like, listen, here's what I'm focused on. I think you're really attractive like this. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean? If I'm hanging out with you by myself, this is what's going to happen. I couldn't be honest with myself, so I couldn't be honest with them. So, like, now you can say it came off as, like, manipulating. So now they're like, yo, this church dude manipulating me. Like, he making it seem like he just want to be my friend. And obviously I like him, but he's not being honest. So, like I said, it just got messy. So now I'm at a point to where I feel like when I'm honest, it's almost like, yo, this dude is reckless, right? He don't care. But I'm like, no, listen. And because I'm not as politically correct, I get attacked. I get DMs. I get comments. I get people saying, hey, you falling away. You're on the dark side. You this, you that, whatever, right? But it's like, nah, I'm going to tell you something. I do a lot of fun stuff. I travel. I go to parties. I go to different events. And I'm a rapper. I network. I do a lot of stuff. But what I will say is if something was to come out about me, you know what I mean? Like, it won't be something that I already haven't talked about. It won't be something that, my family don't know about. It won't be something that y'all don't know about. So, like, if I go out to, like, an event and there's a DJ and it's a networking event in my city, you will see me posting videos and pictures. I'm not going to show a bunch of crazy stuff because, at the same time, I got to be professional. I work with, I'm getting into real estate. I work with youth. So I'm not going to post a bunch of crazy stuff. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, can't nobody be like, hey, bro, look what my man's over here doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's because it's like, nah, bro, what you see in me is what you get. And that's what I learned to get to. When people criticize me, they judge me, they say, hey, bro, we don't like what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. But it's like them same people, I know if they had a chance to do the stuff that I was doing, they would do that. But sometimes they feel like, man, because they built their whole life, they built their whole platform. Kind of how I started off. They built it like that, but they feel like their whole life is attached to that thing. Money, they friend group, they reputation. So it's like they look at me and they like, bro, he having so much fun in LA doing this and blah, blah, blah. And I wish I could do that. So let me criticize him. So all that to say, no matter what, this ain't targeted at nobody specific, no specific group. It's like, whatever you think, and it starts off small, whatever you think people will criticize you and judge you for, I would start taking those steps. And it ain't like you got to be ignorant and like start airing yourself out. Just start incorporating that into your life. Don't try to be this positive person that if somebody found out about you, you will feel like it destroys your whole life. Don't try to be this person that, oh, I have to make everybody happy. I read a book called No More Mr. Nice Guy. And it talked about how like these quote unquote nice guys who have these lives where everything about them is positive and everybody loves them be the guys with the darkest secrets. And I've known that in my life to be true, where the guys that I know that are scared to be honest, that are scared to talk about their struggles, that are scared to go deep, those be the people with some of the darkest secrets. So when I started seeing like, man, people are this way on a stage and this way on their social media, but then when I meet them in person, they are the complete opposite. And they might not have been a complete opposite, but because they only portray themselves this way, that's all that people seen in them. You know what I mean? So like when you see them and they're like, oh, I'm the positive person and you know, I only make clean music. I'm just a positive person. And then you get to them in person and they're like, yo, F this, I'm about to go swing on this guy, blah, blah, blah. And you like, hold on, what? You know, so for me, I had to take some of the like, oh, I'm just a clean rapper junk down because I'm like, yo, it's times that I done got into some situations in Detroit and I done got reckless. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, bro, I live in a city that had one of the top crime rates like in the world. So I'm not always gonna be the, and I had to realize that I don't always want to be the clean guy. Like, yes, my content is clean, my music is clean, but I don't want to promote that to be known for that like I used to. I got tons of followers by talking about how I'm the clean street rapper, right? But I'm like, yo, I live in a city to where it's very gritty, very grimy. Like there a lot of time there's no morals. It's very dark. Like people, you know, the homicide rate is real high. Like I'm gonna put it that way. So when I'm out and I'm walking, you know, and I'm with my wife, and like if somebody like run up and bump into me, sometimes I gotta be like, "What's popping, bro? Like what's up? What you trying to do?" You know, like, and I'm going somewhere with this to where you know I carry, you know, I got my CPL or whatever, concealed pistol license, and I remember a guy kind of walked up on me when I was with my family, and I kind of had to. He walked up on me on some like, "Hey, what's up, Trey? Let's get a picture," but I kind of had to check him, like, "Hey, bro, like." And like all this to say is like, you know, I don't want a video to come out of me checking somebody and people be like, I thought he was just a clean motivational guy. You know what I mean? He over here talking about how he gonna F somebody up, right? I don't want that to ever happen. So that's why I say I do a good job at talking, or I try my best. I'm not the answer, I'm not the solution. I'm just trying to tell you some of the things that I've been practicing. I'll put it in my music, like Ops try to slide, I got a fan, put him on a back, Glock 45 extended clip, beam and light attached, because it's like, you know, I carry. So, like, if somebody run up on me and my family, expect me to wild out and do what I got to do. You feel me? So, all I have to say is, when you're somebody who builds your whole life up, you know, if you're a vegan and you talking about all I eat is vegan meat, vegan meat, vegan meat, and then all of a sudden, like, you making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of being a vegan on YouTube, and then somebody see you eating some meat in a leaked video, you're going to ruin your career because you're misleading people. And that's more of a friendly example. And I'm gonna talk about this guy named Derek Jackson. Dude made a whole living off, you know, preaching to women about, you know, men need to be this way. Men need to man up and take care of responsibility. You know, it's all the man's fault. And he catered to a lot of women, right? And he made it seem like he was the guy, the solution. He made it seem like he couldn't do no wrong. So when he got caught cheating, it was like, bruh, you built your whole career and made all this money off of talking about how men are dogs and you're the solution. Now, when you get caught in your lie, it's a wrap for you, bro. And that's why I said, for me, dog, like, I never want to be that kind of guy that's like, you know, because I'll be real with y'all. Listen, I got 1 million people following me online. I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I got a little bit of money, not a lot. I mean, I'm not like wealthy, but when I get into this real estate, I will have a certain level of wealth. All the opportunities is coming my way. I'm young, you know, I'm married. I got 1 million people that follow me, and I got a little bit of bread to do whatever I want to do. And I would say the opportunities that come to me now, especially when I got my motorcycle, the opportunities that come to me now are insane. And it used to scare me at first, like, that junk used to scare me. What's up, y'all in the chat? That junk used to scare me because it's like, yo, I remember like, I go somewhere and meet up with some friends and people would be like, yo, here goes some Molly. Or here goes some, you know, I went to this festival to go see this producer, one of my favorite DJs in the world, producers, Diplo. And somebody straight up was like, yo, I got some acid. You want some? And I was like, no, like what? And I remember all this stuff started hitting me, and I'm like, wow, like this is what it's like when you get older. You start getting some muscles, you level up. And all the young guys in my chat that's watching this, when y'all get older, when y'all get close to 30, I promise you, if you've been working hard on your purpose, if you've been saving money, if you've been investing, you've been working out, you've been, you know, going to the gym, you've been working on music, they say men hit their prime in like their late 30s. When you start hitting your prime, you're going to see a certain level of access to things that you have never thought you would experience. And this is just me looking out for y'all and preparing y'all, because I never would have thought, right? You know, and some people might say, oh, it's because, you know, you went to a bar, you went to a club, or you did this. It's like, man, listen, just me being out on my motorcycle alone presents so much attention, bro. I can pull up somewhere at a stoplight, and if you go on my Instagram, I got photographers that'll start snapping pictures of me because of how my motorcycle look. You know, I'm a dude, dripped out, my hair all that. So I'll pull up to a coffee shop. You know what I mean? It can be the same thing, you know? Like, I go out with my fellas, you know, we go hang out, we go to a bar or whatever, boom. You know, we chill. Or if I pull up, you know, by myself, go to a coffee shop, you talking about attractive women. Just me pulling up on my motorcycle to a coffee shop, coming up like, hey, I like your bike, like I'll go for a ride, you know, at a coffee shop. You know what I mean? So it's like one of them things where I had to be honest with. I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with my wife. I had to be honest with my followers. Like in my song, you know, I talked about my song, I think it was Yikes, where I talked about how, like, you know, women hit me up now when my DMs are flooded and I leave them on red. You know, I said, she said that we friends. Dang, she told her friend that we friends until I left her on red. Then she said what he's saying. Now she like, he just playing. Ain't got time for people that just want to clout chase. So I talked about how, like, my DMs started getting hit up. You know, I started talking about, you know, once the followers grew, you know, the DMs started getting hit up. And at first, I didn't know how to handle it. It was like, yo, sometimes, I had like IG models hitting me up. Like, I'm talking like IG models, like straight up, right? Dimes, you know. Hey, what's up? You should teach me crypto. And I'm, in my head, I'm dumb. I'm like, this was me like 2 years ago, a year ago. Oh, yeah, sure, you know, whatever. And I'm not thinking like, yo, these girls don't want to know about no crypto, bro. You know, you go on their page, it ain't nothing about no crypto. What they trying to do is just get that quick slide. And I had to realize that they trying to get the quick slide so I can follow them back. Hey, Trey, let's meet up. And then what they want to do is just really get close, get that attention and that validation. And I had to be real with myself. Like, number one, yeah, the attention is nice, but I can't be fooled by thinking because this IG model hitting me up about crypto that, you know what I mean, like, that's all that is. And I had to be real with myself. I had to start telling my girl, like, listen, I'm in a different stage of life now. So the stuff that gets presented to me, like, on a daily basis, because people stop me every day. I go to the mall. I go to the mall in Detroit and I'm getting stopped for pictures. You know what I mean? Like, almost every day. And sometimes, you know, I'm walking around and it's like, oh shoot, my camera turned off, my bad. You know, so all that to say is, like, I'm getting to a point. That's why I'm making this video now, because I'm like, yo, forget just what Gawvi got going on. It's like, this is for every guy. You know what I mean? This is for, and let me know if y'all feeling what I'm saying. Like, let me know if, because I hope I ain't just alone by myself with all this, because, let me fix my camera, dog. What the heck? I got to give me a better setup, man. I got this ghetto setup. I don't make no money off YouTube for real. I mean, I do a little bit, but I got this ghetto setup. That's why I need y'all to like these videos. But all that to say is, like, man, like, I'm a person that's like, okay, I got my values. I got my values. Number one, God created me for a reason, put me on this earth and gave me a purpose. And I try my best to live a life of morals and character. Number two, I love my family. You know, number three, I want to get the bag. I want to go crazy. I want to turn up and have fun. And I want to invest. And I want to impact my city and motivate the youth and the people that's coming up under me. Right? So, like, but in that, it's going to be tough. Like, you know, I think you take any guy in their 20s and you give them fame, you give them money, and you put them out in the world. I mean, I'm just thankful that I've been doing this all my life. I've been on huge stages since I was like 16, 17. You feel me? Like, I've been on huge stages since I was like 16, 17. So I know how to handle some of the temptations that come with it. Because I'm telling you, y'all, listen, right now, when you in your 20 or when you like 18, 19, you're not going to have a lot of struggles. And you're not going to have a lot of, I won't say struggles, you're not going to have a lot of things coming at you. But when you turn like 27, 28, you know, 29, you get close to 30. And if you really have been putting in work chasing your purpose, you're going to have very beautiful and attractive women wanting to be around you just because of how confident you are because of your success. And that was something that, to be honest, I was not ready for when it started to happen. For me, it was specifically, if y'all remember the protest stuff that I did, the George Floyd protest. I remember I was on every news station in Detroit. I was on national news, and then my what makes picks? What you mean? Um, I remember I was on every national, or I was on every news station, national news, and I was getting millions of views on TikTok. And like, bro, to be honest, y'all, I had women coming to my house, literally, bro. They was hitting my wife up like, hey, can I drop off some stuff really quick for, you know, for your family? And then when they get here, they like, yeah, it's Trey here. Can you tell them to come outside? I'm coming outside like, hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on? And I'm so oblivious, like, oh hey, how's it going? Hey, um, facts. It's probably because we the only ones that are real or up and awake. Um, no, it's cool. I did a live video in so long, so I'm not shocked that it's not a lot of people in here. But the video might pick up. I'm not really tripping. I just feel like I wanted to kind of hop on and address the subject. So like, man, listen, they showing up to the crib, bro, and I'm like, and they using my girl to kind of get to me, and I'm like, oh shoot, like that's the thing, my girl had to tell me like, yeah, man, watch out for them, watch out. And she a real one, you feel me? Like, um, she ride or die, and I think that's a big thing too. Like picking somebody that if they gonna be with you and you the kind of person, you the kind of person that wants to be a rapper, wants to be an entertainer, find somebody that's ready for this life, that wants to be out in the public, that can help you and be by your side. Like I said, my wife a G, man. Like, she like, shoot, I'm coming with you. You know what I mean? Like, no, for real. I swear to you, bro. Like, and she a real one, bro. She like, yeah, I'm about to come with you. When you go into this, I'm riding with you. Like, she watch out for that now, because it gets real crazy. And I'm not trying to blame just all them. A lot of times I had to learn how to deal with the attention and be real. And we've been real. Like I said, this whole Gawvi situation is just like, I feel like if he could have been real from the jump, a lot of this stuff could have been avoided. For me as a guy, every guy, if you being honest, when you get like a Instagram model or like, some hot chick coming up to you and they trying to talk to you and they telling you you look good, you smell good, as a guy, you will naturally like that attention. And I had to get to a point where I stopped feeding into that junk, where I started saying like, yo, I got more to lose than they do. They're just some single girl coming up to me. Oh my gosh, I love your TikTok videos. Let's get a picture. If that's just it, that's cool. But it's, oh my gosh, I would love to sit down and talk about real estate sometime. And in my head, I'm like, oh, you do? And I'm like on some dumb junk. So my girl had to learn she learned how to be like, hey, bro, like, you gotta focus. Cause she started seeing stuff and she like, I can tell you struggling with this, bro. You need to focus, bro. Like if this is the life you want, this is the life you chose. Like, so that's kind of how we deal with it, man. And like I said, I try my best, bro, because it is crazy. It's hard out here when on a daily basis you getting DMs, you getting approached. I've literally had messages where it's like, hey, I'm about to come, or some like my girl would tell me, hey, somebody trying to come to our house and drop some stuff off. I don't know, shorty. You know what I mean? Who is this? And I'm like, shoot, like they just messaged me on Facebook or something like that. So all I'm saying is like, number one, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about your struggles. Number two, once you're honest about yourself with yourself and your struggles, number two, be honest with the people around you. And number three, always fight to be yourself, in your personal life and in your public life. Because like I said, there's really not much that somebody can come and say, no, facts, bro. Facts. And bro, I'm telling you, the fact that, because she know, bro, we've been together for like almost 7 years. So like she's been with me when I've been at these massive festivals. I'm talking 30,000 people festivals and I'm performing. So we was young, bro. We had a lot of time to figure this out. She like, I was a 17-year-old kid and I got videos all on my social media. I'm a 17-year-old kid and I'm on stage at a festival with 20,000 people. So you got to know that kind of exposure so young can really do a lot. Like, it might seem like the dream, which it is, but it can really mess you up at the same time, because a lot of this stuff can come raining down on you that you wasn't ready for. So all that to say is like, she was there from the beginning and we struggled through it. She like, okay, if this is, and she made a decision when we was 17. I think I was like 17. This is the life that Trey has. Can I sign up for this life or not? And I wish I could have communicated it a lot earlier, man. I was like real immature about stuff before, but and now I do my best trying to communicate. Like, okay, babe, you know, I got more money now. I got my Amex Gold. I can swipe go anywhere around the world I want for free. Um, you know, like here's what here's what I'm dealing with. When I post, you know, my life on social media, what school you go to in the comments? When I post my life on social media, my inbox is, I'm gonna just tell y'all this, bro. My social media be flooded. You know, if y'all ever seen me in person, say, Trey, show me. I don't even want to do that, but just be like, Trey, show me, bro. When I say I post, like, if I post, like, you know, even me and my girl, I'm gonna just tell you this. If I post me and my girl, I swipe up hearts everywhere, heart emojis. Love, 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 love. Oh my gosh, y'all are so hot. Oh my gosh, you're so hot. Blah, blah, blah. I'm talking like my junk be. And me, you know, years ago, was like, oh my gosh, where's all this coming from? And I'm so curious and like ignorant trying to feed into junk and not setting them boundaries. You know, I had to learn how to be like, yeah, bro, I ain't feeding into this, you know. So yeah, you know, like once the protest hit, you talking about a whole new group of people coming into my following base, right? This is when people started following me, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting DMs, and I click on somebody's page, like, who is this? And it's like, oh, this is an OnlyFans girl. When I say like OnlyFans girl started to flood my Instagram page, like, oh my gosh, I love your protests. You know, I love your protest videos. I love what you do for the city. And I'm talking like OnlyFans models, like, hey, we should hang out sometime. And any guy that's put in that situation, if you're not strong enough, bro, it's something that like on the internet you can be like, you know, the first few times it happened, it's like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, nah, whatever, I'm good. But then when you get in that junk all the time, bro, it's at a point to where, like, you will have to learn how to not let that pressure break you. You know what I mean? You will have to have people around you that's going to be able to help you get through that. You know, I got a solid team of people that's like, hey, bro, we got this, you know. Because it's crazy, just communication, being real. You know, being real, having communication with those around you, your team, the person, if you're single or in a relationship, being real, you know. Because, yeah, bro, it's like, you know, I'll put it this way. When you're somebody who's not getting that, it's easier to just live a quiet and stable life. But when you somebody like Gawvi, when you somebody like Lecrae, when you somebody like NBA Youngboy, bro, everywhere you go, when somebody know who you are, they're going to be on your head. And that's why, like, man, a lot of people aren't talking about this. You know, a lot of people ain't even talking about this no more, man. Like, a lot of people are too politically correct. And I'm grateful that I haven't blew up under somebody or got signed to something, or because it's like, I'm not really a political correct person, bro. I just keep it raw and uncut and real. You feel me? So what I want to do, they do what? What I want to do is get questions from y'all, man. Because, like, you know, it can really be about anything. I want to get questions from y'all and start answering these questions because I'm really trying to shift my content. Ooh, bro, my camera. I'm really trying to shift my content to be more about helping those, like, forgetting all the whole, like, you know, like I said, just, you know, beating around the bush and all the fluffy stuff. I'm trying to get to a point where I'm really helping y'all in y'all life, like on some real, like, yo, Trey, this is what I'm going through. What can I do to get through this? And me really trying to use my platform in my life to help y'all get through this. Because I'll honestly say, man, I feel good. Like, I feel good about my life. Like I said, despite some of the comments I be getting about, you're not the child-friendly rapper you used to be. I can't play your music around my kindergarten anymore. I'm like, listen, dog, I'm a grown man now. I done been through some stuff. I got bills to pay. I be out here in these streets for real. You know what I mean? I try to avoid that junk. I mean, I'm not in the streets where it's like dumb. But I mean, when I go visit my family, bro, they in the streets for real. So, like, I'm like, bro, my content and my music and my lifestyle probably switched up a little bit. But I can honestly say I feel good. I don't really have a lot of regrets. I don't really feel like, you know, yeah, you know, I don't feel like I have a lot of regrets. I don't feel like, who was bullying you? I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel good, y'all. Like, I really do. And I want everybody to get to a point where they feel like that. Like, I feel like I've accepted myself completely. I've accepted my struggles. I've accepted my insecurities. I've accepted my flaws. I've accepted every part of myself, and I don't really feel like I'm scared. I remember when I was in that Gawvi position where you got a platform and you feel like, you're this famous guy, you can have everything you want. And I remember having my struggles and feeling like, oh my gosh, if people found out, that I was with this girl last night, this is when I was a teenager, then my whole career is over, and it's like, bro, that was a horrible feeling, bro. That was a feeling that I could not imagine, going through again. My camera going in and out of focus, but I hope y'all feeling me though, man. Like, this is just me on some real, like, mature, like, yo, this is some real stuff. Like, yeah, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to talk how I'm talking right now because, bro, my camera tripping. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to talk how I'm talking right now because they've already built themselves up to a certain level to where they can't be honest. And they, the group of people that they would, it'll hurt their brand, their followers would be like, nah. But I feel like, man, y'all been rocking with me for a while. You feel me? And I feel like my whole brand is built off realness and authenticity. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the reason y'all really rock with me and all that. But the main takeaway is, like, just start, like I said, be honest with yourselves about y'all struggles. Be honest with the people around y'all and try to live a certain way to where when you were at school, you the same person that you are on the internet and off the internet. Don't try to live double lives and all that, because that junk, man, it'll mess you up. You know what I mean? You won't be able to sleep at night. Hey, let's open this up to questions though. Let me try to get my camera back. Ask me a few questions, y'all. Let's open this up to some Q&As real quick. Yeah, let's do a quick Q&A real quick while we on here. This is my wife. This is my wife just sent me. Look, let me show y'all. Let me show you what my wife just sent me. She sent me this quote. It said, bro, my camera is tripping, boy. The quote says, only people that aren't happy with themselves are mean to others. My wife literally just sent me that. Bro, your camera can't focus. You're dripping too much. You're hilarious. Thank you. Hey, for real though, hit me with some questions, y'all. Real quick before I get up out of here. My son's starting to melt down right now. Dang, bro, my camera going out of focus. But yeah, hit me with some questions, y'all. Let's wrap this up real quick. Let me put my glasses on. I got bullied. I don't know what to do. You got bullied at school, or where you get bullied at? Hey, you gotta, are they like big? Are they big people? Or are they, the chat laggy? Come on, camera. Are you talking about on my screen? That's kind of normal because we live. That's the kind of stuff, that's really normal. Hey, like this video though. They talking junk on your music or what? What are they bullying you on? Hey, people roasting me right now about I'm Dante, so that stuff normal, y'all. Y'all gotta understand those people are gonna help. Those people are gonna help promote y'all. When they roasting y'all and all that, and they talking junk about y'all music, those are the same people that's gonna help promote y'all. You feel me? Like, when people talk junk on your stuff, they're really like, like my wife just sent me that video. My wife just sent me she just sent me that screenshot, that post. It said, when people are unhappy with themselves, they're going to criticize you. Those people are unhappy with themselves. Just like I told you, people message me like, I don't like the way your new music sound. You need to talk more about this. I'm like, bruh, like, unfollow me. There's plenty of artists you can go listen to it. They got to do with me, bruh. So it's like, thanks, Famous by Martez. Famous by Martez, is that a verified mark or that's like a logo you put on there? Yeah, no, for real. Like when people make fun of you and your music, like keep going. They just hating. You know what I mean? Like I was saying, people see me and I'm having fun. I'm living my life, and like people will be like, "Bro, you are having fun turning up." You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't you be at home sleep? You got a whole family. How are you at this concert? How are you here? How are you, how are you at a networking event? Or how are you at this networking party with rappers in your city? And then people be like, because then it's like, bro, your life is different from mine. You know what I mean? Like, your life is way different from mine. So why are you talking junk? You can't do the stuff that I do. Maybe if you did the stuff I did, you would fold. You wouldn't be able to handle it. Shoot, I can barely handle junk. But um what I'm saying is, like, some people just ain't built for it. You feel me? Like, Martinez, you post gaming videos. This is something you got a nice good subscribers. Um you feel me? So it's like, what people got to remember, what's for them ain't for everybody else. So people that hate on you because they failed as a musician. They can't be a musician. They probably somewhere that's meant to invest in crypto, so they want to hate on you because they can't do what you're doing. You gotta one of the biggest things, you gotta let that go. You gotta be like, man, the hate come with it. Like, bro, if y'all look through my videos, I get so much hate, y'all. I got a video where I'm talking about I'm Dante. Go through that video. They trashing me right now, y'all. Like, low key. Like, I'm getting clowned right now on YouTube. I got people making videos about me on TikTok talking junk. You gotta learn how to take that little criticism. You know what I mean? Because if you want to blow up, you're going to have the world criticizing you. Wait till you get a famous rapper disrespect you or criticize you. That junk going to hurt. So y'all got to learn how to deal with the little criticism. Because I don't know. Y'all know who Sada Baby is? He one of my favorite rappers out of Detroit. Bro was like, he told me to basically get out his face. And it almost turned into like me and him getting into it. But I'm like, yeah, I like to do music. He's somebody I respect. So, yeah, no, that's true. Thanks, NA. No, true, yeah. But his fans, they roasting me right now. They calling me sensitive, but rightfully so. I ain't mad. You feel me? Um, yeah, like, but all that to say is, like, man, I've had like rappers that I look up to be like, all this trash. I had people that I look up to call me trash. That's a whole different feeling than some punk kids at your school talking junk. You feel me? So yeah, man, you gotta know, like, oh no, thank you, NA. But you gotta learn. Most people get bullied in high school, middle school, especially now, because people are so salty. Y'all only see the video of me getting laughed at when I was on stage in high school. I got a video. Go on YouTube and type in Trey Little laughed. And then it's a video of me getting laughed at on stage while I'm in school in front of 200 people. I'm rapping, they laughing at me. And then my counselor was like, woo, give it up for Trey. She was the only one clapping in an auditorium full of 200 people. You know what I mean? So it's like, bruh, let that junk motivate you. It hurts, it burns. But it's going to take a while. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. That bullying and teasing, as long as anybody putting their hand, if they put their hands on you, fight them back. I'm sorry. They put their hands on you, fight back. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to take a while to get used to it. I went through like 3 months of losing followers on TikTok and people telling me that I fell off. It took like 3-4 months for me to get used to it, So yeah, y'all, man, I'm telling you, like, my little homie Carl was getting bullied. He make fire music. Carl Hutton, Cole, he make fire music, but they was bullying him. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, it's fire, bro. Like, his music is fire, but they still telling him it's trash. People tell me my music trash all the time, y'all. Man, people tell me my music is trash every day. You know what I mean? So yeah, just keep going, man. Like, for real, like, keep going. Like, do not let that junk stop you. Because people gonna hate regardless. They're gonna hate if you stop making music. They're gonna say you gave up, you failed. If you keep making music, they're gonna say the music's trash. So what you gonna do? You gonna make music and let them trash you, or you gonna not make music and let them call you a failure? People gonna hate on you regardless because you put yourself out there. Hit me with some more questions, y'all, while we in here. Let's get like 2 more questions. Bro, they downstairs scrapping. What the heck? Ooh, listen. Y'all hear my wife down there laughing. She happy. You know what I mean? That lets you know, bro. Listen, and she love me, y'all. I ain't even trying to brag. I ain't even trying to flex. Like, I'm an imperfect guy who make a lot of mistakes. Who's, I get a lot of attention from every time we go out somewhere, male and female attention. And like, she happy, bro. She know it ain't, she ain't got to worry about me, bro. Y'all hear her down there laughing with my son. You feel me? Like, y'all hear that, right? Did y'all hear that? It ain't nothing like, bro. Come on, man. People be out here faking their lives, bro. Hey, how your school hitting me up? No, we can put something together. It ain't nothing that, like, come on, y'all. Like, for real, like I said, how much on your hand? Oh, you talking about my wrist? Oh, that mug look lit. No, this watch was literally $100. It's hitting in it though. My other watch over there like $700. Somebody gave it to me. But when I start selling these property, I'm probably gonna buy me a Rolex because I really want a Rolex though. But Rolexes, man, they start at like $6,000. But once I get me some more commissions from this real estate, I'm probably gonna get me a new car because my car got smashed. Somebody ran into my car, bro. Like, my car I'm driving around. How am a guy with 1 million followers with a car that's smashed in the front, bro? That junk. I don't really care, but man, people be laughing at me. People be laughing at me about my car all the time, y'all. They be like, man, that's your car? Man, my car look rough right now, y'all. I swear. No, but you like that though. I appreciate that. My wife was like, man, your ring and your watch bling. But I'm telling y'all, like, man, it's crazy out here, man. I really I gotta watch myself because I went to my boy birthday party, bro. It was this girl, like, I'm talking like dudes would be on her. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm talking dudes would be on her, bro. Like, oh my gosh, you're so hot. Like, dudes would be on her. She came up to me, bro. She came up to me and was trying to act like she didn't know who I was, bro. And like she started trying to mess with me, man. Oh yeah, man. Major Coleman, that's a good question. So you mean navigating the world like interracial? You mean like how to navigate both cultures? How to go from being like a person that's interracial where you're navigating the world on how to balance both races and both cultures. But no, Shorty was trying to act like she didn't know who I was and kept trying to get my attention. And like I was at my homie birthday party and like I kind of had to like step back a minute. Like, yo, I don't trust you. Like, it seemed like your intentions a little ill. You know what I mean? A very attractive woman, but it seemed like her intentions was a little off. And I'm like, as a man, I had to like fight the urge to be like, oh my gosh, like she looked good. But it was like, bruh, man, I got too much to lose. Kind of back up off me. You know what I mean? Like, and I had to just kind of leave it alone at a certain point. You gonna surprise me with a new whip? Where you from, Martez? I was calling you Martinez earlier. Yeah. No, it ain't like she was trying to do nothing to me. It just seemed like she was trying to like expose me on some junk, bro. Like what it was, it seemed like she was trying to like it seemed like she was trying to flirt with me to basically like see how far I was gonna go to basically be like, oh yeah, Trey was gonna cheat with me. Like bro, when she kept trying to start this conversation, so I'm like, yo, what's your name? Like, what's up? How you doing? And she like, yeah, what about you? You got a TikTok hoodie on. And I was like, yeah, they sent me a hoodie. She was like, let me guess, you got, 1 million followers or 1.2 million followers. I was like, what the heck? You just introduced yourself to me. And she like, how old are you? And I'm like, what kind of question is that? Like, what my age got to do with anything? She's like, I bet you're 27. I was like, I started tripping. I was like, I got to get away from this girl, bro. I'm like, she probably here recording me, trying to like catch me doing some crazy. I'm like, man, I don't like that junk, bro. Like, and I just had to keep it straight up. But I came to your old school. Oh yes, yop, not NA, yop. Basically, cause she tried to, she tried to basically act like she didn't know me to try to like slide. Cause Most dudes are obsessed with women who are attractive, and they stalk women's Instagram, liking their pictures, following them, hey beautiful, DMing them, can we hang out? And they stare at women all day, to where if an attractive woman came up to them, they would freaking lose their mind. You know what I mean? Like, that's how most, if we can be real, that's how most guys are, bro. If they get attention from an attractive female, they fall apart, bro. They crumble. Yeah. You want to hang out sometime? Like, no, bro. Not me. And I ain't always been perfect, but so when she came at me on some, oh, hey, blah, 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 I'm looking at her like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, who are you? Like, why why you all in my face, kind of? And then it got to a point where I was like, yeah, I don't trust this. You feel me? Like, because she wanted to see, like, yo, I see that ring on your finger. I'm about to try to slide on you. She probably knew who I was, probably knew, what I'm about, and probably wanted to test me. You feel me? So I had to get to a point where I'm like, bro, that junk happened to me a lot, y'all. Like, I swear, if I was single and in this position, it'd be different. They'd just be trying to get free clout. And they do. I've had girls show up to my concerts, y'all, before COVID, and walk up on me and put the phone up in my face and be like, yo, I'm with Trey Little backstage. And I'm like, yo, put that phone out of my face, So, you can't cap, that's you. I'm like, I just got a hottie. What you mean? Break it down. You can't cap, that's you. You would be like that if they came up to you? Okay, so back to Major Coleman. How old are you? And the biggest thing is, like, if you're in a white, and black relationship, the white race is always going to be dominant in America, meaning, like, when you go places, that's going to be the majority. White culture is going to be the majority. If you're a minority, that's always going to be the more, there's going to be the more minority in social settings. So I think it's important for the person who's the minority. Hey, you funny. And I told you, listen, man, like, that's the, no, for real. Like, and the funny thing is, when you single, what I've learned is, like, women will throw themselves at you. Not really. They'll shoot they shot. But it's like, when they see you in a relationship already, or with another woman that's attractive, it makes them feel like, oh, this person's in a relationship and their person is attractive. Wow, they must have something special. Man, I feel like I'm missing out. I want to know if I can kind of get a part of what they got going on. I'm telling y'all, like, y'all want to know why when y'all get in a relationship, why women come at y'all more. That's it. You know what I mean? Especially if you got a woman who's attractive, bro. They're going to really shoot their shot at you. You feel me? And I ain't one of them people that's like, I know we got this whole manosphere thing popping off that's mad at women. I ain't like that. I'm just like, bro, it is what it is, bro. I ain't like, oh, it sucks that it's this way. I'm like, bro, it's just the facts. You feel me? But yeah, it's one of them things, like, with the biracial couple where, like, if you're the minority, then your partner have to understand that, like, when y'all get pulled over, if you black, Hispanic, things are going to be a certain way. They have to know how to support you in those situations, because when you're a minority, you get pulled over by the police. It's always going to be nerve-wracking. And then, like, they got to understand, like, your culture and the setbacks that your people went through in life, just because it makes them understand you more. Let me give an example. Like, my wife know that I struggle from PTSD because I grew up on the streets and I grew up in the hood. That's specific to black Americans. You know what I mean? Like, that grew up in the hood. So she had to know that, like, because I have trust issues, I have abandonment issues, I have PTSD, when she with me and somebody start acting crazy and start running up, she know I'm a flip. So in her mind, she's like, okay, let me, or if I'm asleep at night and I hear some noise and I think it's a gunshot, I might hop up and be like, hey, bro, what was that? She know how to support me in that time. You know what I mean? Same for her. And, like, for minorities, we automatically know about, European culture in America because their history is taught to us. So, like, it's one of them things where, like, you shouldn't have to fully go to her culture or their culture, and they shouldn't go to your culture. Like, my wife don't act like she from the hood or she black, and she don't try to act like that. She act like herself while she's with me, and it's hard. It's a hard balance to do. You feel me? Like, Um, yeah, it's a hard thing to do. It's not easy, but she's actually her first language is Russian. She's actually half Jewish, half Polish. So I've been learning a lot of Russian. I've been learning how to speak her language. I've been meeting her parents and like or hanging out with her parents, like learning a culture, teaching our son a culture. Um, so you just learn each other cultures. I feel like in America though, if you're with a white American, it's almost like I don't. And correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there's not a lot of learning of their culture that you have to do because we already are taught their culture, but then our culture, if you're from Haiti, if you're from Africa, if you're from, the hood, it's like more of like them learning our culture just so we can coexist. You feel me? Um, Major Coma, how you find my channel, man? That's what's up. Um, so yeah, but it's one of them things like if they learn your culture and they can, and nowadays it's kind of easy, bro, because like a lot of like mostly everybody love black culture as long as they not everybody respect it, but they love it. Like some people take it and they appropriate it and then they basically say, oh, this is black culture. We're gonna do the dances and not give people credit, like the TikTok situation. Somebody said, I feel like all girls do that. They just want to be like, oh, you got a girl, I want you as soon as you done. She'd be like, yeah, oh yeah, no. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like I got single homies that be pulling a lot of numbers and a lot of girls, but he a certain kind of guy though. You know what I mean? He's super tall, curly hair, look like Chris Brown. But yeah, man, it's just how it is. Like guys, oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, appreciate you coming. Um, for guys, when we see a woman with their man, we like, okay, you'll look like, okay, dang, she's attractive, and then you go to you like whatever. But then with women, when they see you with, bro, let me give you an example. I don't really talk about a lot of this stuff because my stuff ain't really no relationship type channel. You feel me? Like, I'll walk into a room. If we go somewhere where there's like a lot of rich people, I'll go into a room like we go to Birmingham, Michigan. It's like Lamborghinis everywhere, Ferraris, like, Bentleys, G-Wagons. I walk into a room by myself. I look around like, let me see if I know anybody here, some of my homies. Nobody's paying me attention. Soon as my girl come in, like, hey babe, I had to come go to the bathroom. How you doing? Put her arm around me. You can just see girls look up like, wait, he's with her? Oh, I wonder what does he do? How are they together? How did he get her? And they just start staring at me, bro. Like I'm telling y'all, like, but yeah, bro. That's why it's like that. And then like I mean, it's crazy because then it's like the way guys and girls see things are different. Like guys, it's like respect. I ain't about to step on your toes, brother. When dudes start looking at my girl when I walk up, they normally back off. For the most part, they back off. You know what I mean? But what else we want to talk about, y'all? We got 2 minutes until I hit my hour mark. I might stay on here till we hit an hour because I ain't did no hour long stream in a long time. Ooh. Speaking of some stuff. Okay. Man, bro. Speaking of some stuff. Oh man. Bro, life is crazy. Right when I'm talking about stuff, y'all. I swear, man. Right when I'm talking about stuff. Dog. Man, bro. But when you get to a certain level, like, if you get you some money or you get you a little bit of fame, like, that junk changes a lot of stuff, y'all. Like, I swear, it changes a lot of stuff. Um, yeah. Any other questions, y'all? Look, we got less than a minute before we got less than a minute before we get on before we hit an hour. I feel like I talked about so much stuff in this video, man. Oh no, I appreciate that, Martez. I mean, for real, when I get into this real estate stuff and start buying up investment properties, I see it happening too, especially with the crypto stuff I'm investing in, because I'm already starting young. Make sure y'all like this video, by the way. And look, hit me with one more question. Come on, y'all. Hit me with one good question before we get out of here. Oh, how did I meet my wife? Make sure I like this video. Um, I met her at like it was like this event. It was this rapper. He's like a poet. He came to this event. His name Propaganda. He came to this event, and she seen me there, and I was like, um, I was walking around the event. Oh, good looking on the donation. And this like the most like that I've opened up about like my personal life on the internet. So I feel a little bit kind of like dang, like you feel me, but I know it's something that I needed to talk about and that people needed to hear. You know what I mean? Normally I'm just kind of low key. I'm getting in there like I don't share stuff, but I mean I feel like I really just put a lot out there for the sake of like people in a specific situation, because that's the kind of reputation I want to have. But yeah, we was at this. She went to this event. She seen me, and then it was like at this. It was like at this church. It was like I ain't gonna lie, man. This church was rough, y'all. Like, it was rough. It was a lot of stuff that I went through there that I know I still need to go through therapy from like dealing with. But it is what it is, y'all. It's just I don't really like bringing them up. But I used to go there, and I was one of the main people there. So like, she seen me there and was like, oh, this guy look attractive, whatever, whoop. So a few months went by of her going there as well. She started going there after this event that we both was at. She started going to this church. And they used to play my videos on the screen, like in the lobby and all that, because I was one of the rappers there. So she like, who is this guy? And she's from New York. In this church, it was like majority white. So I was one of the only black people there, like one of three. And it was like thousands of people that went there. And there was only like 3 black people that went there. So, I caught her attention easy. You feel me? Like, caught her attention real easy. So, she just thought I was interesting, thought I was cool looking. And I was going through a few different things in my life. Like, I had somebody I was, like, somewhat talking to. And, you know what I mean? Like, it was getting to a point where I had to leave Shorty alone. I'm like, yeah, this ain't really even going nowhere. This ain't what I want. So, yeah, I'm gonna start reviewing music for y'all again, y'all. I promise. Like, I want to start doing it again. Send me. I got you. I'll probably do something this week. But I'm going through this. She looking. She found my social media. She hit me up. She like, hey, bro, do you know? She like, hey, do you know anything about any open mics in Detroit? So I was like, nah, but stay in touch. Take my number down. I'll let you know when something's going on. And like. I'm looking through her pictures. Like, she had a bunch of like weird pictures of like her gardening and child photos. And I'm like, what does Shorty look like though? I'm like, I'm like, yo, what does what does she look like? She seemed cool. And she was commenting on my stuff like, hey, if you ever need anything. And she was being super sweet. So I'm like, who is this girl? I seen her around a few different times or whatever. So I'm like, oh shoot, like, it's her, and I seen a picture of her dressed up at a wedding. I'm like, oh, she cute. I'm like, okay, bet. This is what I was looking for. So, I asked her to hang out. She came up to visit me when I was at like this little band practice and all that, and like, I was kind of nervous because I'm like, yo, she seemed like a solid woman. So I was like, man, I was a little nervous. You feel me? So, oh, it's snowing horrible out here right now. But yeah, so we ended up talking, we ended up kicking it, and I liked her. I thought she was cool. I thought she was cute, and we started hanging out. We went on a few dates, and I was trying to do things right at that time. I feel like I was making a lot of mistakes before I met her, so I was trying to do things right that time. So I took it real slow, and I got to know her for who she was. She told me that Russian was her first language, how she moved across the country, and all this different stuff. And I was like, yo, I think she cool, bro. I think she, man, would be a perfect person to, like, really build a life with. And I felt that instantly. Because before her, I had talked to a lot of women, y'all, like, and I just felt like with other women, there was a lot of, and I was young, bro. I was young as heck. So there was a lot of immaturity that I seen in a lot of women, But when I seen her, she was just real mature. She knew what she wanted, and she was straightforward about it. And I was a little softy back then. So she kept it more honest than me. You feel me? Like, yeah, yeah. So like, she kept it real. Like, here's what I'm looking for. Here's what I want. And I was like, oh, bet. Like, same. She like, I want to build a family one day. And she partied. She did all that stuff. When she was in her 20s and all that. In her like early 20s, she did all that. But she just felt like, okay, like I'm looking for something real now. And I'm like, all right, bet. You feel me? Like, me too. I done did a lot of stuff. I'm looking for something real too. And like, I mean, we've been, it's been 7 years so far, man. Like, it's honestly, I can say it's better than ever now because I've matured as a man and I've become more honest. I've taken more responsibility. And like, I just really started being real about my desires, my struggles, my downfalls, and just started really just being authentic to her, bro. And like, and once I started working out, getting my swag together, smelling good, buying that Gucci cologne, getting my swag together, um, it's like now she started being more attracted to me too, bro. So like when I say like, man, it's at a level that it's never been at. Like, it's a blessing for real, man. Hey, hey, now you funny, bro. Where you say you from? You from Detroit? Hey, you man. Hey, I love that, man. You keeping it real, no, for real. Hey, I told her today, like man, that Russian language, man. I need you to speak that a little bit more. Like, you feel me? You funny, man. Look, I should drive a newer suburban truck. No, for real. I'm gonna try to get some because my car, man, is getting busted now, but we own it, so I'm trying to drive it until like I can't no more. You feel me? What y'all talking about? A Fortnite clan? What y'all talking about? No, thank you. So are y'all dating, Coleman? You and your girl dating or what? Or you and your partner dating? Hey, and they funny. No, I feel you on that, man. I ain't gonna cap, man. That them accents and all that, like, man, bro. And then like her whole family, like, man, they real nice looking. They got them accents, bro. I'm like, man, she come from a like a good family, bro. Like, you funny, man. Music clan. Hey, y'all, I'm about to drop my Do y'all use what's that called? Discord, cause I got a Discord link that I never really promoted. I'm about to drop it in the I'm about to drop my Discord in the chat right now. Make sure y'all sign up for my Discord. What you mean you don't find no girl attractive right now? Like somebody specifically? What school you go to, NA? Where you from? He go to Discord right here. I just posted it in the chat. Who pulled up with a Tesla? Make sure y'all like this video if y'all haven't liked it already. Um, but look, I'm about to hop off here. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for real. This was a good chat. I mean, I hope y'all felt the same way about it. I feel like this was good. This was a good combo. Um, Once my YouTube start growing a little bit more, I'll invest in some better equipment so my camera won't keep going out of focus like this. Cause this camera made for vlogging. It's not really made for YouTube. Oh yeah, for sure. Now I know how that is. And finally, the last thing I'm gonna say about this Gawvi thing is like once everybody can start getting honest about the reality of what men struggle with and what we go through, then I feel like the world would be a better place, and we would be at a place where we can actually start. What's not working? You clicked on it. I feel like once men can start being more honest about their struggles with each other, it wouldn't be as weird. It wouldn't be, you know what I mean, to come out and talk about stuff, or these things wouldn't happen. It wouldn't be as like of a shocker. It wouldn't be like, why are you saying no so much? It won't be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened. It'll be like, before that kind of stuff happened, people would be able to avoid it. You feel me? Why you keep saying no? Look at your text. It just says no, 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 no. Bro, my face been blurred out for the last 5 minutes, bro. Hold on, this camera tripping. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me try to find the right Discord link. Hold on, hold on. Let me see if I can find the right link. Let me FaceTime him. Bro, I need to start a podcast or something. That's what people be saying. Hey, bro, I'm on YouTube Live right now, and people want to get the Discord link. Is that the one you sent me? Do that still work or no?
Here, I'll have it right now. Hold on, I'll send it in.
Post it on my YouTube chat, okay?
I will.
Because my phone about to die, so just post it on my YouTube chat.
All
right, for sure.
Peace.
Yes, sir. That's my boy Carl Hutton. Yeah, he about to come through with the new link. Any other questions y'all got before we hop off here? Bro, it's freezing in my spot right now. It's a snowstorm. I ain't got no heater. I ain't got no heater up in here or nothing. What final questions y'all got before we slide out? Yeah, shout out to everybody who been out here this whole time. Oh, here you go. Make sure to hop in the Discord. What's the link? Carl, drop the link, bro. This chain, it wasn't that much. It really wasn't that much. It wasn't like expensive or nothing. Carl, drop the link, fam. So I wear a lot of sterling silver also. So I wear gold and sterling silver. So this chain was the most expensive piece right here because it's actual gold and white gold, but it's like hollow, so it wasn't too expensive. But fun fact, like I wear these sterling silver necklaces right here. You can get these from like $20, $30 at TJ Maxx. Fun fact. But then you can also they more expensive when you get them from like jewelry stores. They're like $100, $200 for the actual chain. You know, like $100 to $200 for the this part, but you can get them from like TJ Maxx's or certain stores for I got like another one and all that, but yeah, I don't really spend a lot on jewelry and stuff. Yeah, what's good with the link, bro?
Yo, I sent it, but it doesn't let me send links and
Oh, did you send it to me?
I ended up texting it to you because I pasted it in the chat, but it doesn't let me send it to chat.
Oh, maybe because it's like spam. Oh shoot, my phone about to die.
You have to put it in the description or in the comments.
Y'all, I'll put it in the description of this video because my phone's about to die now. How the chat. So look, if you want the Discord link, y'all, right after I hit finish on this video, I'm gonna put it in a Hold on, I think my phone about to turn off in any second. Let me see. I might have time to drop it in. Hold on. If I don't get it in right now, y'all, thank you. If I don't get it in right now, oh, my phone just died. Yeah, no, I'm gonna post it in the description of this video. As soon as I click off of this, I'm gonna charge my phone up and put it in the link in the description. Oh yeah, Carl, you still on here? Cause I can make you a moderator real quick. Well, good looking. That's a good point. Dang, I don't know how to make people mods. Yeah, I'll have to just add it in the description of this video. But let me hop off of here, y'all. I'm about to chill, get some studying done for this real estate license. But no, look, give me like 1 minute, 2 minutes. I'm gonna put it in the description of this video. But y'all, peace, much love. I hope y'all got something out of this video. Yeah, man, like for real, if y'all ever got any questions, I'm gonna be on these lives more often. I don't know how to make you as a mod, Carl. Hold on. It's not letting me do nothing. Yeah, I'll just drop it in the description. Oh, you know that's why, cause I'm on something else. Never mind. Yeah, all right, y'all. Look.